Hey, we got a snowstorm going on, and I do not like to be stoved up in the house. So I'm going into the greenhouse during the snowstorm, and I'm going to work in there. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I'm going to be working in the greenhouse today because it's a snowstorm, and it's going to be lasting through the night, but I cannot be stoved up in the house. I have to be outside or in the greenhouse or doing something, because sitting around all day just isn't my flavor. I did get my bird seed out and replenish the seed in this little feeder that I built from recycled material. This is a wine bottle, and of course an old license plate for the roof for a motorcycle. And then there's the pallets, what was left over at the pallets. I went and made this project a couple years ago before COVID and entered it into the county fair, and I got a blue ribbon for it. So plus I get to feed the little birdies. I might put up my trail cam out here and just film the little birdies doing what little birdies do. That'd be entertaining. So I'm really excited. I was out here earlier and I did a bunch of work, and then I decided I'm gonna go in and get the camera and include you guys in on my adventure. Some things are sprouting already. 5 days and they're sprouting. Come in and let's go see. Oh, in this rack right here, I went and separated my onions. Last year, I planted onions by seed. I just planted the seeds, they germinated, they grew into these little sets. So I was out here all morning setting the onions and thinning them out. And then right here in this tub, I have garlic. So it is 60 degrees out here. I had the heater turned up to medium, and I just turned it down to low because I was afraid it was going to get too hot and expend too much fuel, because I really want to conserve on the fuel. I mean, look at those snowflakes out there. This is awesome. I can go in here and have a nice warm environment in just my regular shirt, no coat, and garden. So I watered in here this morning, and I'm going to do another project out here later. And let me show you what I've done besides the onions. You've already seen the onions, but here's where we planted the radish. And look at this. This was my control right here on watering cold water, and this is watering hot water. So my experiment is working, kind of, because they're both sprouting at the same time. Look at this, they're both sprouted. So I guess it ultimately doesn't make any difference if it's warm water or cold water. Just keep the temperature around germinating temperature, 50 degrees and above. Your seeds will germinate. Look at these little tiny baby radish seeds popping up through the soil. So this is the tray that had the onion seed that grew into little sets. This is what I thinned out and moved over here on this row. So this is all onion and garlic, with the exception of these 3 trays right here. These are the onions I grew last year, and I'm getting ready to, I'll be planting them in the garden later this spring. The variety here, this is the variety I got. This is it. I just purchased this at Walmart. It comes with the 3 varieties, the white, the red, and the yellow onions. So that's all I got. And they're GMO free, and I like GMO free, and I'm growing my own stuff. Now these trays right here we planted the day before yesterday, and I didn't expect to see anything germinating yet. I don't expect to see anything germinating popping up for at least the 5th day. So we got some more flowers planted. I got some starts of the flowers, so we're going to get some color. And I want to plant some other things. I don't know what I'm going to plant. because I do want to get a start, but I don't want to get them out too early. And I think right now it's just too early to grow stuff to put out. I think I'll wait till the end of February to grow some more stuff. But in the meantime, I can try to find some worms and work on my vermiculture thing that I put together right here. I've got a bunch of organic material in there already, and I'll be placing some other, like I cleaned out the rabbit house and I cleaned out the chicken house, so we'll be putting some of that organic material in here. And then getting it ready for worms. I just have to go down and find a supplier somewhere downtown. Maybe my local store has worms. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, 60 degrees in here. It's really pleasant. And you could tell the snow has melted off the roof of the greenhouse. There's no snow up there because all the heat rose and it melted right off. This is neat. For those of you who are new to the channel, this greenhouse was built by my daughter under the instruction and guidance of a gal named Misty Rainey. So a lot of you do know that name. She's in a reality TV show on Discovery Channel called Homestead Rescue. Her brother Matt, and her dad Marty came to our homestead a couple of years ago, and we filmed a series, or we filmed 3 episodes while they were here, because they were here for about 3 weeks total. Anyway, we've got a lot of benefits from that show, and this greenhouse was epic. I'm having a lot of fun in the greenhouse. It's time to start getting my wife out here into the greenhouse and letting her develop her house plants that she wants to get into raising. Yeah, she wants house plants. Look at that snow out there. That is awesome. Yeah, I see another project I can actually do in here. I'm not sure how. Yeah, I can do that. I will figure it out, but I think I can work something out. I want to put a shelf up here and put my Tonka truck collection up there. So we'll save that for something else too. I'm trying to refrain from putting anything down on the floor because I really do want to keep that clear. I got to move this out and move the barrels out because I want to lay in cement this year, probably really soon. I think I'll just go ahead and lay cement and paint. Figured $50 to $100 in cement, and then I have the paint already. We'll just come in here and paint. And since we have the heater, that'll be no problem. So it gets me off the mud, because this was a muddy mess in here for a while before I laid the plywood down. But yeah, I'm refraining from putting stuff on the floor, and we'll just keep things up right now and just see how they grow. And I'll plant much more flowers because I want to transplant flowers and then other plants out into the garden. Right now, the garden is not fit to grow in. It's buried in snow. Well, let me plant a flower. I got some flower pots here I got from an estate cleanup, and I can at least plant them in here and set them out and have some nice pretty ambiance around the homestead, especially for my wife and my mother-in-law to be able to enjoy the colors. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. Now I want to get the soil moist. That helps germination. So the seeds will sit there, the water will, the moisture will soften the seed coating and eventually allow it to pop open with life. Here's my seed selection for my flowers. These are all given to me as a gift. Now I got some marigolds right here. Okay. And these are seed I actually saved from marigolds that I had actually grown. And we'll plant a couple of baskets of marigolds. And what else do I have? Nasturtiums. I got some nasturtiums, a few of them. I know you have to plant these about 12 inches apart, and we'll make a sister crop in these pots. We'll have nasturtiums, and we'll plant, let's see, there's a ground cover in here too. Those are cosmos. Alyssum. We'll plant some alyssum. And those should be, yeah. I think that'll do it. Okay, now I just want to cover them with a little bit of soil. And of course, water them in. So with all these plants I'm planting, I'm going to be busy out here watering them all. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Making sure they're all well watered. I put my seeds away. Well, that's it. I think I'll just go in the house and paint my picture. I've got it drawn out and ready to go. I'm painting a watercolor, and it's a Volkswagen Bug. So stay tuned for that video on my DIY homestead improvement art projects that I do. And check out my grandfather's memoirs edition of painting. I do all kinds of art through that. And while I'm painting the art, I tell a story in the background, and the story is from my grandfather's memoirs when he was growing up, including he details how he and his family survived the swine flu pandemic of 1919-20, that area. I think he was 9 years old when that hit. Wow. Incredible. So please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing, then clicking that bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I do upload them. Hey, please smash that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, and like the show. If you would, leave a comment or a question or a hint, a tip, a trick, for the trade that deals with growing things in the greenhouse, especially in the winter months. Please be safe and always be kind. We'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, bye-bye.